A powerful pardon. A scandal dropped. For some, a relief, a second chance. For others, a blow to trust in justice. On December 3rd, 2025, President Donald Trump granted full, unconditional pardon to Henry Cuellar and his wife, Imelda Cuellar, ending a years-long legal saga. But why did it matter so much? What did it reveal about power, justice, and politics in America? The legal storm began in early 2022, when the Federal Bureau of Investigation, FBI, raided Cuellar's home and office as part of a probe into foreign influence and potential corruption involving energy interests linked to Azerbaijan. On December 3, 2025, U.S. President Donald Trump granted a full and unconditional pardon to Democratic Congressman Henry Cuellar and his wife, Imelda Cuellar. Just over a year earlier, in 2024, the Cuellars had been indicted on federal charges, including bribery, money laundering, and conspiracy. Prosecutors claimed they accepted nearly $600,000 from foreign entities, including an energy company tied to the government of Azerbaijan and a major Mexican bank, in exchange for political favors and influence peddling. These allegations included influencing legislation, inserting favored language into bills, and delivering pro-Azerbaijan speeches in Congress. A trial had been scheduled for April 2026, but before a single court hearing, the pardon wiped the slate clean. Henry Cuellar, a veteran representative from South Texas, first elected in 2005, has long described himself as a moderate Democrat, though often at odds with his party on immigration and some social issues. His wife, Imelda Cuellar, was named a co-defendant. Prosecutors alleged she helped launder illicit funds through shell companies and sham consulting contracts. Despite the severity of the indictment, the Cuellars maintained their innocence. Henry has repeatedly said his actions were lawful and in the interest of his constituents. President Trump, in a post on his social media platform, justified the pardon by claiming the case was politically motivated, a weaponized use of the justice system aimed at a lawmaker who opposed the administration's immigration agenda. Henry, I don't know you, but you can sleep well tonight. Your nightmare is finally over, Trump wrote. Cuellar, responding to the pardon, said it grants him a clean slate. He pledged to move forward with his political work, saying, "The noise is gone, the work remains." Meanwhile, some in his own party, including Hakeem Jeffries, the House Democratic leader, described the indictment as very thin to begin with, suggesting the pardon restored fairness. With the pardon official, Cuellar has already filed for re-election in 2026, choosing to remain aligned with the Democratic Party despite speculation about a party switch. Criminal charges have been dropped, but a formal ethics investigation within Congress remains active, meaning the scrutiny isn't entirely gone. Public reaction is sharply divided. For some, a triumph. For others, a troubling example of how political power can override accountability. This is more than one man's legal story. It's a stark illustration of how presidential clemency can reshape justice and political fate. When a high-profile corruption case is resolved not by jury or judge, but by pardon, what does that mean for accountability in public office? It also raises uncomfortable questions about foreign influence in American politics. The original indictment claimed foreign governments and financial interests used bribery and money laundering to sway U.S. policymakers. The pardon, however, removes the opportunity for those allegations to be tested in court. And for democracy itself, when political allegiance, criticism of policy, or perceived loyalty becomes a factor in who gets prosecuted and who gets pardoned, the rules of fairness and equal justice risk slipping away. Henry Cuellar walks today a free man, with his record cleared, his future open. But without a verdict, without a trial, the unanswered questions linger. In the quiet between courtrooms and headlines, one truth remains. Power, once pardoned, leaves shadows. History may remember this not just as a pardon, but as a crossroads for justice, trust, and the conscience of a democracy.